folks. We are powering through the AFC East as we look at the Miami Dolphins today. And today we're going to be looking at their boom and bust running attack. Jay Ajayi really came on for them as a second-year player last year. He led the Dolphins to being eighth in yards per carry in the league. Uh, there's not really much to say about Ajayi besides he kind of became what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of Boise State. And the reason that he fell in the draft, it was never about talent, as you can see, you'll see in the next few clips. He's a very talented running back who had to do issues with his knee and how long he was going to play. But even just this one season that he had with the Dolphins, he pretty much lived up to the value and surpassed the value of what a fifth round pick is supposed to be, because some of those guys don't even make it to their second season. So to see Ajayi really put it together and kind of tough through that knee and have a big year for the Dolphins was really great to see. And he made the outside zone play kind of a staple in the Dolphins offense. And as you saw, like not this play, but the last two plays were stretch plays for the Dolphins, and that's where they really had their biggest success running the ball. They really struggled for the most part in between the tackles. Every once in a while they hit you the gap play or power play in between the tackles to spring a drive for a big play. But with their interior line play, it had to be more about outside zone plays, stretch plays, toss plays, and that's where they really work. But there's a little bit of a downside to having outside zone being the only play that works for you, and it makes it a little bit more. It makes it a little bit easier for the defense to predict what you're going to do in any play. And here you're going to see the Dolphins, they struggle running inside, and when they repeatedly hit that outside zone, even teams like the 49ers can get a jump on them. And the 49ers, they had one of the worst defenses in NFL history last season. They gave up about 425 yards per game, 176 rushing yards per game. And even the repetitive nature of outside zone, that'll come back to bite you in the butt a little bit. So now the issue with all this is they didn't really make any upgrades to kind of help Ajayi out. Now, I guess you can bank on, or not bank on because he's never done it, but you can hope that Mike Pouncey can stay healthy for the entire season, and you don't have to rely on guys like Anthony Steen to play center, who was just abysmal there last season. But you let Brandon Albert go to Jacksonville, and you traded Julius Thomas, or you traded for Julius Thomas, who offers nothing as a run blocker. You're kicking Laramie Tunsil out to left tackle, who should be a stud there. We know he was a beast at Ole Miss. He played really well at guard and tackle when Albert was out last season. And the only other serviceable offensive lineman you really have is Juwan James. And I don't think he's terrible, but he definitely has not lived up to the billing as a first-round pick out of Tennessee a few years ago. So it'll be interesting to see if one of these guys steps up on the offensive line. I doubt it'll be Jamar Bushrod just because he's aging and he's not really a guard. I thought they were going to take Forrest Lamp at 22, but they shocked the world and took Charles Harris instead. So it'll be interesting to see if Ajayi can keep up the monstrous pace that he had last year. But those boom and bust run offenses, I think we might see a little bit of a regression there. So it's going to be more on Tannehill. I think he's a capable quarterback, but it's going to come down to the offensive line at the end of the day. So we'll be back on Monday with the Buffalo Bills, Tuesday New England Patriots, and after we finish up the Patriots on Tuesday, we will have our AFC East preview pod. All right, thanks for listening, guys.